Jen, a couple of questions on the Supreme Court now that Justice Breyer's retirement is official.
Sure.
And one quick foreign policy one. The president just said that he intends to nominate someone by the end of February. We have seen some slippage in past White House deadlines. The Fed nominees was an example recently. So how hard and fast is the end of February deadline the president just set for announcing a nominee? Or do you see a scenario where it could slip into March?
Well, the president said he intends to nominate. So that is, it makes clear that this is a priority for him. He will obviously be spending time on it. As I think you heard him say as well, he's already been reviewing bios of potential candidates. That's something that he's been doing since last year. But beyond that, Darlene, I think the president also knows from his long history as former chairman of the Senate Judiciary Committee and as the vice president, when there were two Supreme Court nominees confirmed, that you want to pick the right person, and he takes his role seriously, including the importance of the consultation with the Senate.
Is there anything you can add on how quickly he would like to see the nominee clear the confirmation process once he names that individual?
I'm not here to set deadlines. It is clear that the president's focus is going to be, as you heard him say, on the process of selecting a nominee, someone who will be qualified, who, as I think you heard him say, who will be worthy of the decency and excellency of Justice Breyer's legacy, somebody with character, experience, and integrity. And that will be a rigorous process. But that is the next step in the process. And of course, beyond that, he will be working closely with Chair Durbin, Ranking Member Grassley, and other members of the Senate Judiciary Committee to confirm the nominee as expeditiously as possible.
One more on that before the quick foreign policy question. He said at the news conference last week that he kind of underestimated the level of GOP pushback to him and his agenda. And we all think that his nominee will not be spared any pushback. So how interested is the president in a bipartisan confirmation vote for the nominee, or would he be open to a Democrats-only confirmation vote?
Well, Darlene, as you heard the president say directly, he's going to work in good faith with senators of both parties. And there are historic parts of these processes that include the advice, receiving the advice, welcoming the advice from members of both parties, and that's something he certainly intends to do. As you heard him say, I expect we'll have more details on what that will look like in the coming days. And he's also grateful to the Republican members who have already indicated they plan to work with him. But I think we also should be clear about some of the games that we're already seeing indications of out there. We have not mentioned a single name. We have not put out a list. The president made very clear he has not made a selection. And there are, if anyone is saying they plan to characterize whoever he nominates after thorough consideration with both parties as radical before they know literally anything about who she is, they just obliterated their own credibility. So our intention is to not play games. The president's intention is to consult with members of both parties, and his intention is to nominate a qualified candidate who, after completing a rigorous process, who is worthy of the excellence and decency of Breyer's legacy.
And then the foreign policy question